I found evidence that my half-brother might have killed our father, and I had exactly 6 hours before I had to sit across from him in a boardroom and pretend everything was normal. My name is Julian Cole, and 48 hours ago, I inherited a $50 billion luxury empire. But the inheritance came with a condition: compete against Daniel, my secret half-brother, for 1 year. Winner takes control. Loser gets nothing. Except I wasn't planning to lose anymore. Because the files I found in my father's hidden safe changed everything. Daniel wasn't just a forgotten son looking for his place in the family. He was something far more dangerous. And I had 6 hours to figure out what. The sun was coming up over Manhattan when I finally left my father's office, carrying a leather folder stuffed with documents I wasn't supposed to see. My hands were still shaking from what I'd read. Inside that folder were bank statements, private investigator reports, emails between my father and someone named Victor, and photographs. So many photographs of Daniel. Daniel at Oxford, but the dates didn't match his official graduation year. Daniel at a luxury watch auction in Geneva, standing next to men my father had circled in red ink with question marks. Daniel at a private estate in the English countryside, the kind of place that doesn't appear on any map. And one photo that made my blood run cold. Daniel shaking hands with Dmitry Volkov, a Russian oligarch who'd been banned from doing business in the US after accusations of money laundering through luxury goods. I drove home in a daze, my mind racing through possibilities. My father had been investigating Daniel. For how long? What had he found? And most importantly, why hadn't he stopped the will? Why still give Daniel a chance at the company if he suspected something was wrong? Unless my father wanted me to find this. Wanted me to investigate. Wanted me to prove myself by uncovering the truth. That would be exactly like him. Never hand me anything. Make me earn it, even from beyond the grave. When I got back to my penthouse, I didn't sleep. Instead, I opened my laptop and started researching. Daniel Cole. Daniel Morrison, using his mother's last name. Oxford, class of 2015. Graduated with honors in international business. Work history at Montblanc Patek Philippe. Launched his own brand called Morrison Luxury Goods in 2018. Sold it in 2022 for $200 million. On paper, it all looked perfect. Too perfect. I started digging deeper. Morrison Luxury Goods. I found the acquisition announcement. The company was bought by a private equity firm called Hexagon Capital, registered in the Cayman Islands. I searched Hexagon Capital. Minimal information. A shell company probably. I checked who else they'd acquired. 3 other luxury brands, all within the past 5 years. All of them had failed within 18 months of acquisition. That was strange. You don't buy companies to run them into the ground unless you're doing something else. Money laundering? Asset stripping? I needed help. Real help. I grabbed my phone and called the one person I knew who could dig up dirt on anyone, Marcus Chun, my college roommate, and now, investigative journalist at the Financial Times. He answered on the third ring, voice groggy. Julian, it's 6 a.m. Someone better be dead. My father is dead, I said, and I need you to investigate someone. An hour later, Marcus was sitting in my living room, drinking coffee and looking at the documents I'd spread across my dining table. He was the opposite of me in every way. Focused, disciplined, actually earned his success. We'd been roommates at Columbia, and he'd somehow tolerated my partying while pulling straight A's. This is insane, Marcus said, flipping through pages. Your dad had a whole secret investigation going on. Can you help me or not? I asked. I need to know who Daniel really is before the board meeting.